Yes, I'm audible. Uh, so let's start DSA. So I guess we had a pretty short gap on solving these DSA problems. Anyway, we try to match it up. So lastly, we saw some two-pointer sliding window techniques, and we got stuck in some hard problems. Just we leave that. So the main thing is we just focus on some basic, easy problems, and then move on to the medium problems. So the main focus is to solve as much as medium problems, and maybe one or two important hard problems. So uh, just we need the pattern from hard. So that's it. So yeah, so we move to intervals. Let's try to understand what intervals are. So we know what are intervals, right? So let's say we have start and then end times, right? So let's say if we have in classes we have some 10 minutes break or some interval, right? So which means let's say we have 10 o'clock the start time for an interval and 10 maybe 10 or 10:15 it may end. So for an interval the start and end time is there. So typically the interval problems are gonna have a start and end time. So so here they are suggesting that many interval problems involve starting the given intervals and then crossing each interval in sorted each order. Okay, so they have two sections. So one is we try to sort intervals by the start time and one by the end time. Let's start with the start time. So it's easy to merge two intervals that are overlapping. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Here they are saying, let's say we have one, two, three. We have one interval. Two to six, we have another interval. So to merge these two, just from the first interval, remove the last element, and the second interval, remove the first element. Merge it with the two interval. That's it. So that's overlapping. So after sorting by time, an interval overlaps with the previous interval if it starts before the end time of the previous interval. Okay, that's the same thing, right? So let's say we just need to sort the order. So 3, 6, 8, 10. So that's the sorting things. In that, what they are saying is the second interval 6 is overlapped on the between the first one, right? So 6 implies between the 3 and 8. So if it start before we if it start before the end time of the previous interval. So detecting overlapping intervals is the basic questions. Okay. So the first problem is we need to know how to detect the intervals, right? Sorry, overlapping intervals. In which we are given a list of intervals representing the start and end times meetings, and we need to determine if the person can attend a meeting. Sort the intervals by their start times, titrate over each meeting. If the current meeting overlaps with the previous one, we return false. So here, we just open. Yeah, just sort of. Uh, so this is the first problem. We need to identify whether uh, intervals are overlapping or not. So let's say from the previous thing, we know, let's say we have a scale of say, two, seven. Okay, we have interval 1 to 3, let's say 1 to 4, 1 to 4, and we have another interval of 2 to 6. Okay, so these are the timings we had given. First, we need to check how can we identify whether there is a overlapping or not. So here there is overlapping. So we can identify the overlapping by the numbers, right? Let's say we have number 1 to 2, and then sorry, 1 to 4, and then 2 to 6. So these are the two intervals, right? So we need to identify whether these two intervals are overlapping or not. So that's the first thing we need to code it out. I think it's easy only. Let's say uh, the n time of the particular interval should be less than or equal to the start time of the another interval, right? So if this we have like this, we can identify that. So I just try to check it out the inputs. Okay, so this is the inputs. So here they are given some lambda function. First we try to understand this thing. Just ask GPT. Okay, so here we try to learn about the lambda function. So they are saying like lambda is an anonymous function. So let's say here they had given an example. Uh, let's say if we need to sum two numbers, right? The function is this like this, right? So we wrote a function like this, then return x plus y. Right? Then we call a function the add of two comma two, yeah. And then it gives. So instead of this, like we just declare a variable. Okay, so in this we use a lambda. So it's a anonymous function. Let's say it. I think it tells that this variable is a function like thing. So yeah. So and then we need to give parameters, right? In that they are given a parameter x comma y, and then after the colon, we need to write the expression. With the parameters, what we try to do, that's the thing, x plus y. So we need to add it. So now just print add of 3 comma 2. Now it's fine. Yeah. So here, okay. So why lambda function is here they try to identify. Sorry, they try to uh, sort the intervals, right? So for that they are using some lambda function. Once we do this person, how to compare or rank the items and performing operations, like sorting or okay. So here the key tells uh, the sorting function uh, on which basis they need to sort. So that's the key difference. Let's say I just wrote a function def. What's the equation? Overlapping intervals, like just overlap. So we had intervals, right? So the I just try to equal to. There are some just copy this one. So these are the intervals. So we don't need the second element to be sorted. These intervals should be sorted based on the first element, right? So for that, we use that key function. Let's say I just try to sort, like, so intervals dot sort of. So we just use a key function. So which this takes, let's say I just mentioned. So here now we just use a lambda function. The parameter we need to give, I just give an x, and then inside it need to take the x of 0, let's say. Okay. So based on this, it need to sort, I guess. Yeah. So the x of 0 means, so it will take the first interval. Then from zeroth index is the first element. Based on the first element, it tries to sort it out. So that's the thing. I just return it out to make sure. Okay, yeah, so it gets sorted. So now, what the logic is, so we just try to loop through the uh, first and last element, right? We just loop this one and then this one, right? The thing we said is if the start element of the next interval should be greater than the end element of the first interval, right? Okay, greater than or equal to. If that this condition satisfies, then there is no overlap, or else there is overlap. Okay, so here they are given one, right. So this means like we can try to iterate from here, not from the first element itself. So we try to iterate from here. And, then it's a matrix function. Like if so, the I will be the first one. Okay. As, let's see. Wait. Here the I will be one. Right. So the first element of the zero uh, index should be less than the I minus one zeroth element of the first index. Okay. So this is a matrix. This may be a little bit confusing. Let's say here we have 0, 1. Sorry, I just mention it with the real values. Say we have if we convert this into matrix, so it's in list of list, right? So let's say we convert this into matrix. So 2, comma 4, and then 6, 9, and then 9, 12, and then 13, 15. So these are so here what they are saying is so I starts from first index. So these are zeroth index. So these are the first index. Then for for this row, Let's say we have I1 is there. For zeroth index, 0, 1, 2, 3. So these are the indexes for the columns, right? So now it looks a little bit like matrix, right? So now what we are going to do is we just need this element, right? We just need to check this and this. So for that, uh, ith index of the zeroth index. Yes. So ith index is the 1 and then zeroth index compared to the uh, zeroth index means I minus 1 index to the first index. Okay. Wait, I guess I did something wrong here. Wait, let's say we have the this is okay. So as I said, I will arrange it like this. So here, each inner list is one row of matrix. Okay, so it's a row, it's a row, it's a row, it's a row. And then print a clean matrix. Okay. So this is the thing we need. So row, each list inside, column, each element inside that list. Okay. So this will be the row and this will be the column. Okay. So for row in data, okay. So here we just need column, right? So we have this will be one row. So in terms of I of 0, I will be the row and then 0 will be the column. Less than, so I will be 0. Okay. So we first select this one. I just made a mistake. So the first one is this will be the row. So this row, this one, and then 0 will be the column. So this one, and then it checks this, which is I minus 1 0, and then the first element, and then it will iterates to, and then moves to the second row, first element, sorry, zeroth index element, and then here. the first element. Okay, so yeah, I just identified. I just try to explain this one. Okay, so here we have the rows, right? Like just here, this is right only. So each element is a row. So first zeroth row, first row, second row, and then third row, right? So each element is a column, 0 and 1. So there are two columns, 0, 1, and then four rows, right? So we need this element and then this element, right? So what we need is this element should be greater than this. So for that, uh, here they are using the lesser than, not greater than. Anyway, we can do both sides. Yeah, here, as they said less than, we just try to follow it up. So this should be less than this. So for that, uh, let's say for this, they're just using I of 0. Intervals here, the I will be the 1, and then 0 will, I will be the I indicates the first element indicates row, second element indicates column. So first one is first row, right? So the first row, zeroth element. So the column element. So 6 must be greater than I minus 1 of 1. This means, so we iterate from 1, right? So 1 minus 1 is 0. So 0 through first column. So yeah, this is how it operates. So yeah, so we just try to implement it. Uh, but it needs to return. So yeah, there is some overlapping intervals. So yeah, it's true. So this is how we identify the overlapping intervals. And then second one is merging intervals. When interval overlaps with the previous interval in a list of interval sorted by start times, they can be merged into single interval. Okay, so now we move on to the merging intervals. Here they are saying like if two intervals, let's say one interval start time is the same thing, and then another interval end time is same thing. So we just try to merge both, right? Like this one. So we have 1 to 4 one interval, and then 4 to 6 one interval. We just merge those things since 4 is placed in both the intervals, right? So 1 to 6, that's they are saying. So for merging intervals, to merge an interval into a previous interval, we set the end time of the previous interval to the max of either end time. That's an interval into previous interval. We set the end time to the previous interval. So here, so lab interviews. This function checks the interviews attended by the participants data. Compares the start of the current level to the
Okay, so I guess I'm audible. Sorry. Yeah, we try to move on. So here, they given for merge interval scope. See the same thing. The difference is here. Once we just try to code it out, it's hard for. So okay. So here we just use an else statement. Uh, I just inverse this symbol. So what we need is, okay, so here, let's say we have interval like 1 to 4 and then 2 to 6. Now we try to merge these two intervals, right? So uh, from this we understand, like, let's say this will be our first and then this will be our second row. Okay, so first row, zeroth index, so 2, and then second, the zeroth row, first index, so this one, so this will be 2, so it will looks like 2 greater than 4, right? So if this happens, so this will be overlapping, right? So what we need is, uh, we need to make this as a single interval, like, how did they manage it?